Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Super 80s Podcast Friend. We have one mission, and that is to analyze every single 1980s TV theme song, all genres, comedies, dramas, good ones, bad ones. We love them all. Speaking of loving, if you love us, or even if you kind of like us, like and subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that other good stuff. And we love nothing more than to hear from you. So reach out to us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, even good old-fashioned email, super80spodcastfriend@gmail.com. We love hearing from you and reporting on what you have to say about all the mistakes we make. By the way, I'm John.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Peter.
We are excited to have you here. Guys, it's our holiday special.
It is, huh?
If you say so.
I believe this episode will drop after Christmas, before New Year's.
That sounds like a holiday special to me.
It's the Super 80s Podcast Friend first annual holiday special.
Nice.
Yeah.
Happy holiday special.
We got this. So we're going to kick it in with a beer. And we're drinking a holiday-themed beer. Ryan, what's in your glass?
I think it's Alpha Claus. Three Floyds?
You got her.
Trace Floyds?
Trace Floyd's in somewhere Indiana.
Indiana?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Maybe Muncie?
I was going to say Muncie, but I also don't know many Indiana cities, so.
Well, we do have some Indiana listeners.
We do.
Indiana listener.
We've just offended them, and now we have 0.
We love your Three Floyds.
Three Floyds there.
Now they're really insulted.
We love Three Floyds. Alpha Claus is my favorite Christmas beer.
I tend to agree.
Well, cheers, fellas.
Cheers.
Bottoms up. Let's chug these things. There we go.
Prost.
All right. That's a way to kick off our holiday episode. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. All that other good stuff to you guys. We encourage you to have a beer with us. It is time to talk retractions, observations, ideas, announcements from previous episodes. Guys, our last episode was episode 25, Night Court, and the episode before that was episode 24, Love Connections. Any retractions, thoughts, comments, ideas?
Well, as I thought back on Love Connection, I think I was mixing up, and we may have even mentioned this in the episode, but I was definitely mixing up the Newlywed Game and Love Connection.
It's fair.
So I guess that's a retraction.
Well, let's call that a mini retraction. Yeah. Ready? Mini retraction.
Cool. Nice. Very nice. I got nothing. I regret nothing.
I have just some dumb fixing up things. I was listening to our Love Connection episode, and I said that Love Connection theme song kind of sounds like Ninja Gaiden, and then I mentioned a Super Nintendo game called Power Wings. That's not a game. It was called Pilot Wings, and it was a flight simulator.
I don't remember that one either, but
so yeah, Pilot Wings, not Power Wings. I also, either in that or the Night Court episode, was referencing a Jewel song, and I was saying "You Belong to Me." Mm-hmm. And I was told I was wrong. It was "You Were Meant for Me," not "You Belong to Me."
I'm sure Jules not hurt by that.
Going back to our Dallas episode,
oh boy,
one of our listeners, Michelle, reached out, and we were given the bass player on the Dallas theme song a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah,
and she said she couldn't help but picture Will Ferrell in the More Cowbell skit playing bass the way that he did with the cowbell. And I thought that was a really good visual reference.
I totally agree with that.
If you haven't listened to our Dallas episode, you are not alone. Tune in, listen, and picture Will Ferrell in the cowbell sketch. So thank you, Michelle, for throwing that out. For those of you who are listening for the first time, I like to go back and watch shows after we have reviewed the theme songs. I watched an episode of Love Connection.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't very good. I watched a 1988 episode.
Okay.
Totally different announcer. It wasn't Johnny.
Roddy?
It wasn't Rod Roddy, and it also wasn't Johnny from Jeopardy. Some random guy. He sucked. Similar set, so I'm going to try to make this short. I didn't get through the whole episode because it was pretty bad. Randy is the guy. He's 34. He's a car salesman. He said, The trouble with most women he meets is that they complain about stupid stuff like work, life, etc., and it really annoys him. Randy's a total dick. I'd kind of forgotten how many awkward moments there are in the show, especially when the couples don't get along.
Yeah.
And that happened a lot.
I'm surprised the lady didn't get along with Randy.
Randy's bad news. He starts out by saying that his first problem with Sharon is that she wears the same perfume as his ex-mother-in-law. And then he says, quote, I hate my ex-mother-in-law and she hates me. Now, Chuck calls Randy out a little bit on being a dick. And Sharon's in the camera, right? Because they're not face to face. She's on a screen and she looks pissed. Randy told Sharon that of the women to choose, there was a really pretty one and one that had personality, and he decided to try her because she seemed to have personality. Wow. Randy calls her ditzy, which he says is a lot like my ex-mother-in-law. It was really hard to watch.
Wow.
But it actually, Randy gets a little bit of the end here. Sharon, and then Chuck says, well, how did the date end? And Randy says, well, Sharon had to leave for an emergency work meeting. And then Sharon says it wasn't.
There's no emergency.
But then Randy, of course, has to have the upper hand. He says it doesn't matter because he went out to a dance club near the house and hooked up with a lady.
Sure.
And
that smelled like his ex-mother-in-law?
Yeah. I watched a few seconds of the next date. They were total weirdos. They actually liked each other. That's all I could take. I lasted 10 minutes altogether.
That's pretty long, actually.
One other thing.
It's a lot of action for 10 minutes, though.
Yeah.
It is a lot of action. Speaking of a lot of action, while thinking about our episode, I thought back to my cassette single of Tone Loc's Funky Cold Medina.
Oh, sure.
Mm-hmm.
And he references the show Love Connection in that song.
Really?
Nice.
The line is, back in the saddle, looking for a little affection. I took a shot as a contestant on the Love Connection. The audience voted, and they picked a winner. I took my date to the Hilton for Medina and some dinner.
Dun, dun, dun,
So that was that. Pete, were you with us in Chicago when we did the Run Hit Wonder? It was a 5K downtown.
No.
So there was this run, like a fun run. It went past Soldier Field and the Field Museum in Chicago called the Run Hit Wonder. And at every kilometer, there was an 80s star performing.
Awesome.
Tone Loc was at one of the kilometers, Flock of Seagulls, and it ended with Devo at the finish line.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yeah.
But they're not a one-hit wonder.
They're not. And that's why
guess
they were on a stage.
Depending upon who you're
Right.
asking.
Sure.
They might just know Whip It, but
and
we
actually,
know they're not a one-hit wonder.
And as you cross the finish line, everybody got medals. But our friend Tim did the run with us, and he didn't realize that. And he crosses the finish line, and he takes the medals like, dude, I won. And we're like, look around, buddy. Everybody's got a medal.
Dun, 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 dun.
So that was a lot. One more quick thing, and then we can get rolling here. Anonymous statistician pointed out, he's thrown occasional cool stats. Love Connection was our first thumbs down that wasn't unanimous.
Huh.
So every other You're in Big Trouble, Mister, we all agreed on.
Okay.
Whereas I gave Love Connection a thumbs up.
And you don't want to retract that this week?
No, I listened to it again. It's great. Great little ditty.
Oh, my God.
Horrible show. Good song.
Okay.
I mean, I respect him for not retracting just because we did.
True.
Or just because previous stats.
Sure.
He stands by his opinions.
Yeah, that's good. In spite of Randy.
Man.
Spider Randy.
What he was a dick. It was bad news. It's good that it didn't work out between him and Sharon.
Yeah. I mean, do you think they probably intentionally threw a decent amount of just bad people in there to
it's
keep
good
the show
television.
entertaining. Yeah.
Right, but it was awkward to watch. All right. Well, thanks for bearing with me on that, fellas, as I got through 10 minutes of Love Connection. If you are new to the show, we're about to find out the song we are going to be listening to and reviewing. You, the listener, know what we're going to review. We have no idea. Excuse me, I had to burp. We have a robot named Conky. He used to belong to Pee Wee Herman. He was a star of the show Pee Wee's Playhouse. He was abandoned. Ryan brought him up to the lovely state of Wisconsin. He now lives in our neighborhood, decorates Christmas trees, shovels snow,
Rescues cats from trees.
He's a great robot. He's going to tell us what song we're reviewing.
Ready to assist. You, Pee-wee.
Morning, Conky.
What's today's secret word?
Today's secret word is Baywatch.
Hold it.
Baywatch.
That's our holiday special.
Baywatch. Yeah. Nothing says Christmas like Baywatch.
Wow.
And Baywatch is an 80s show.
1 year.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
Conky, when this show started, Conky put any show that had even its toes in the 80s in his database.
That's fair.
That's fair. Interesting choice, Conky.
Yep.
We like to start out with personal memories of the shows we watch. Let's start with Pete.
I don't know that I watched it a ton. I think I thought it was cheesy. Obviously, they had a lot of beautiful women in swimsuits, but that only goes so far as keeping a show entertaining. So
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of other opinions about Baywatch.
Ryan.
I can confidently say I've never seen an episode.
What?
Never.
Wow.
I mean, I have I seen bits of episodes? Sure. I couldn't tell you anything about the show. I know the theme song, and I know like Hasselhoff was in it, and there was, you know, like chicks. Pam Anderson was in it, I think, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But literally, I know nothing about it.
Okay.
Well, this might be a first for me. I can confidently say I have never seen this show, and I don't know that I've ever heard the theme song.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. It was 89. You must have been out of your heavy TV watching phase. Because I think every other weird show we've come up with, you've been like, I love this one.
That's true. That's why I think this is a first for me. I know that Pamela Anderson was in it. There was another really cute girl.
The one from Charles in Charge, wasn't she?
Nicole Eggert.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yasmin Bleeth.
Yes. Yep.
Jamie Presley.
I had some, and my second year in college, I lived in a house with 7 other guys, and one of them had some Baywatch posters in his room of Yasmin and who's the Charles in Charge girl? Nicole Eggert.
Nicole Eggert.
Sure. It sounds about right.
Some posters,
Sure.
posters hanging up next to remember the poster with all the shots on it, the different types of shots you could take?
Yes.
And then it had the ingredients.
The ingredient. Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
With like percentages or something.
Yeah.
Because you guys made exactly 0 things off of that. Like 2 ingredients in a shot?
Ooh,
What?
that seems like a lot of work.
What am I?
Give me some
a
Jägermeister.
cocktail?
Well, is that our wrap up?
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Well, if you are new to the show, Conky just zapped some information about Baywatch into Pete's brain. Pete did pass out for a moment, but he's back, and he now...
Hello.
Conky picked him right up.
You picked him up. Yep, thanks, Conky. And Pete now knows about Baywatch, which apparently we don't. So for those of you who are fans of Baywatch tuning in, you've got 3 dummies who are about to walk you through your favorite show.
Yeah. It was 11-season run with 241 episodes.
Wow.
It ran from 89 to 2001.
Unreal.
89 to 99 were set in L.A. 99, well, I guess it'd be 2000 to 2001. There was 2 seasons that were in Hawaii.
Oh, that's a jump the shark right there.
Yeah. The creator of the show was a guy named Gregory, I'm going to say his last name is Bonin, or Banan. I'll say Banan. He was a lifeguard. In 1977, he saved 2 kids from a riptide. Those kids happened to be the children of an MTM executive.
Ah.
He got to visit MTM as a result, I guess, and he pitched the show. Yeah.
What's MTM?
It's a studio or something, John.
Yeah.
A production company. I don't really have Conky didn't. He's got limited memory. He can only give me so much.
By the way, you call them Gregory?
Gregory. Gregory.
Let's stick with Greg.
I like Gregory
Me too.
a lot.
That's a good name.
He originally called it Aquatic Corps for Emergency Services, or ACES.
There's a tattoo waiting to happen.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. But they passed on the show. But he took the opportunity to learn about television business and hone his pitch, and eventually landed on NBC, where it was canceled after the first season.
Gregory.
So this show was network television.
For 1 season.
Wow.
Then it went on to syndication.
Yeah.
After 91. So that's why I don't think there was actually a 1990 season.
Oh, so it skipped a year.
Yep. And so there was a spin-off, Baywatch Nights, that survived 2 seasons from 1995 to 1997. There was also 3 direct-to-video movies, Baywatch Forbidden Paradise, Baywatch White Thunder at Glacier Bay,
White Thunder,
Baywatch Hawaiian Wedding.
Is the Forbidden Paradise the one with Tommy Lee?
Yeah. Yes. I think that's the White Thunder.
Yeah, exactly.
After 11 seasons, so the last season of the Hawaii, there were no actors left from the first season.
It's like a lot of my 80s hair metal bands when I go see them.
Hasselhoff recorded a duet with Laura Branigan that was used for the closing track.
Did she sing Gloria?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Gloria.
The single was called I Believe, and it was released on an album in 1994. I don't know what album that was. It might have been just a Baywatch album.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Hasselhoff's
Sign-
German greatest hits.
Could have been. Could
Sign
have
me
been.
up.
Yeah.
So on to the song, though. When NBC did their 1 season, the theme song was called Save Me, performed by Peter Cetera, Chicago frontman.
Sarah, come on now.
Bonnie Raitt on guitar.
What?
And one of the Oak Ridge Boys as a background vocalist.
Man, you're an Oak Ridge Boys guy, aren't you, Pete?
I know some of their stuff. It was the guy who sang bass.
Elvira.
Yes, exactly.
Hold on. Cetera, Bonnie Raitt, and the bass singer for the Oak Ridge Boys.
Yes.
What a great joke this sounds like. Peter Cetera, Bonnie Raitt, and Oak Ridge Boy
Walk into a
the
bar.
studio. What comes out?
Save me is what comes out. Save me. That's
Oh,
what the producer was saying.
Cetera, how the mighty have fallen from Karate Kid.
What?
Man, that's great.
Yeah. So then when it went into syndication, got dropped by NBC. They had to pick up some new investors. They had to really tighten their belts financially. And so they picked a song, I'm Always Here by Jimmy Jamison. Jimmy Jamison also performed Burning Heart for Rocky
yeah.
IV.
In the burning heart.
Yeah.
And
Just about to burst. It's a
The
great
Moment
tune.
of Truth for The Karate Kid. He was in a couple,
Heavy hitter.
he was in a few bands. We'll get to. One band was called Target. The other band is called Cobra. Never heard of him. But he was also in Survivor 3 times because he's a survivor. 84 to 89, 2000 to 2006, and 2011 to 2014.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he joined and quit or got kicked out of the band a bunch of times.
Is he the singer?
Of Survivor, yeah. His
Yeah, I mean,
first album with Survivor included High on You and I Can't Hold Back.
Yeah. Like Burning Heart, that's Survivor, isn't it?
Yes, I
Yeah.
believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
He died, unfortunately, in 2014 at the age of 63.
All right. Well, great tunes. Burning Heart. I love that song.
Yeah. So,
I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around this.
I'm shocked.
There's
Oh, wait a minute. There's 2 theme songs.
There's 2 theme
Oh,
songs.
shit. Buckle up, listeners. We haven't done this since Give Me a Break.
I mean, I don't know anything about Baywatch, but I would not have guessed that there are 2 theme songs.
You wouldn't have guessed that it made 1 season on NBC
I
before it was
wouldn't have guessed
canceled.
that either.
Well, new
Regroup
listeners,
and then go into syndication.
episode 12 for Give Me a Break, we had to review 2 theme songs. And we're doing it again.
If Conky says so, then we says so.
Well, first off, Engineer Pete, that's some fantastic, really wacky background information. So song 1 is Cetera, Oak Ridge Boy, and Bonnie Raitt.
Correct.
Well, we got work to do.
Wow.
Yes. And I think this is the one that probably none of us have ever heard or remember. So,
This is a holiday special.
Yeah,
it's
it is.
1 season.
Wow.
Well, if you are new to the show, we are about to dive into the song. First time around, we listen. Second time around, we watch. And then we'll do it again, apparently, for the Survivor guy,
Jimmy Jamison.
Jimmy Jamison.
Jameson.
All right, here we go. Cetera. Little Miami Vicey.
Yeah, very vicey.
What was that? Was that birds?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was definitely seagulls.
Nice.
I mean,
Oak Ridge Boy's beard rubbing against the microphone. 80s.
Well, that's a keyboard bass, and
Absolutely.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's talk about its toes in the 80s.
Yeah.
Its heart is completely in the 80s.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds actually, it sounds about 5 years earlier than 89.
Yeah.
You know, sounds more like 85, 86 in terms of the instrumentality that they're using, but that's fine. I got no problem with it.
Yeah, I've got no problems.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
not only do I not have problems,
yeah.
I can't stop shaking my
Yeah,
hips.
if you were going to be an 80s dude swaggering down the street, this is what you'd be swaggering
Who's our
to.
boy from Love Connection?
Randy?
Randy.
Randy.
He's got the T-tops off,
Absolutely.
Cutlass, and he's blasting this out of the Pioneer.
Well, that there is Mr. Cetera if I ever done heard him before. Holy smokes.
This sounds like a million things to me.
Yeah.
It's great. I'm not playing my hand completely yet, but he's off to a good start. Do you have lyrics up?
I don't think they've given lyrics to this song.
What's he say? I
Didn't even know it existed.
Cetera, I mean, nobody can tell what he's saying ever. Something about raging water?
True.
Probably. I mean, what else are you going to rescue people from?
Could you back it up just in case Ryan can't find these? I'm going to do my best to figure out what Mr. Cetera is saying. We're not going to understand any of this if we don't find these.
Man on Lou, call him Raitt water.
I think that's pretty damn close.
Did you find them?
No.
The song is called Save Me.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Type in Save Me, Peter Cetera, Baywatch, lyrics. Well, let's keep her going.
Man on the bar caught in a capital.
Man in a bar calls on the telephone.
This is great.
All right, here we go.
All right, let's see how Pete did.
Pretty good, I bet.
Man all alone, caught in raging water.
Oh, yeah.
Man overboard, caught in a terrible storm.
So shit's getting tough for man.
Yes, man is having a hard go
Man
at
having
it.
bad day.
Going very literal on the Baywatch lyrics here.
If you didn't find these lyrics, we would have no idea what he was saying. Goki Boke?
Throw me the rope, pull me out of trouble.
Cetera doesn't care.
If I was interpreting these, it would just sound like me trying to do a bad Cajun accent.
Now, you guys have heard me in previous episodes complain about people over-enunciating. I do not have that complaint for Mr. Cetera.
No.
Nope.
His background isn't in theater. What was that last?
Throw me the rope, pull me out of trouble.
Now, as we're listening, just to confirm, Bonnie Raitt's doing these tasty guitar leads,
I doubt she would admit it. I doubt she would admit it.
much like what's his name in Out of This World, Burt Reynolds.
Right. Won't put his name on it.
And the guy from the Oak Ridge Boys is just going, whoop, whoop.
Yeah, I'm guessing there's a refrain maybe because it says he's a backup singer.
How long is this tune?
Oh, it's got another
It's got
a minute to go or 50 seconds.
It's got plenty of lyrics.
All
I'm just
right.
going to tell you.
Keep it coming. This is
we
great.
got to keep moving. We got a second song to do here. I need someone to keep me warm.
Yes, sir.
Boom.
Engineer Pete. All right, so
ding.
he's cold.
So like, wait, the lifeguard pulls you out of the water after you fall overboard, and you're like, "Can you keep me warm?"
I need someone to keep me warm.
I mean, if she
Makes
looks
sense.
like Yasmin Bleeth,
Yeah.
Okay.
you do what you can.
Oh, man. Call back and refrain here. Why don't you save me?
I'm burning with desire.
Yes. Why don't you save me? I'm burning with desire. Wait, no. Why don't you save me? I'm burning with desire. Why don't you save me? Don't leave me all alone. I think that's about what we're about to hear. So
Love it.
Oh boy.
Wrap me up,
Yeah.
baby. Won't you take me home?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of those aluminum foil looking blankets.
Yes.
Yeah. Just like a burrito. Fold it up. And
Satara's cold.
Satara burrito. Satara, I love burrito.
Yasmin, who you got there? It's Peter Satara. He
Peter
fell out of a boat.
I wrapped him up in a blanket burrito.
I'm going to take him home and save him. And then show him my knockers.
I think the Oak Ridge Boy kind of had a minor backing vocal because I did not hear that bass that I was expecting.
Maybe he'll be coming out on the second chorus. Yeah, this is Keep It Coming. Bonnie.
There it is. Oh, now we get the guitar.
So Bonnie's about to let it tread.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not every day you get a guitar solo on a TV theme song.
Yeah.
The Surfers are shredding, and so is Bonnie Raitt.
Indeed.
Was that our Oak Ridge Boy right there? Or was that
Could have
Peter?
been Satara.
Yeah.
One of them, they say,
Yeah.
row your boat.
row your boat. Is that a euphemism?
I don't. We'll just pass right on by that.
This is it's a tasty little blues lick. You could be listening to a Buddy Guy song.
Yeah, this is like, it hardly feels like a TV theme song intro. It's awfully long.
Did someone just throw out the word "save me" again? Save me.
Yeah. You got people yelping in the background.
Well, yeah, it's like you're at the Blues Club
Yeah, it's true.
with Jan Hammer from the theme from Miami Vice.
Yep. NBC pulled out all the stops
Yeah,
on
they
this.
did.
They spent too much of their budget on this song. And oh, you get some
That's it.
seagulls on the outro. Nice.
Wow, that's
So
we
there's a whole nother lyric, but we don't need to go there.
nothing you need to share.
No.
Is it vulgar?
I'll read it
Is
to
it
you.
like a 2 Live Crew song?
40 below, high up a lonely mountain. Slipping down, baby, I'm sinking fast. Throw me a rope, pull me out of this trouble. SOS, don't think I'm gonna last. And then the callback
Save me.
refrain. Yeah.
Wow. Well, that was unexpected for a bunch of Baywatch novices. Let's get Conky to open up his screen, and we're gonna watch season 1, and then we're gonna dive into season 3
Yeah.
or 2 or whatever it is. All right, I'm excited.
One thing I do remember and I've always wondered about is how, like, real lifeguards because they always carried around those big red foam torpedo things with the rope attached to them. Like,
Yeah.
do real lifeguards actually just carry those around that much? Because it's like constant prop in this show.
Lifeguards listening.
Yes.
If you could let us in on a little bit of inside info, give us some. They call it inside baseball.
Inside baseball.
Yeah,
with
give
Mel
some-
Allen. Yeah.
Yeah, give us some inside baseball. Tell us a little bit. Are you carrying around the big red dong? Fire it up, Conky.
Big Rec Don alert.
Woman in bikini, man
Yeah.
running, and are those ASICs?
Those are some high top Asics.
Are
Look
they
at those
wrestling
babies.
shoes?
Yeah, those are sweet.
So, as listeners, as you might imagine, it's a beach scene. It's a pretty packed beach.
Yeah, it is.
Looks like the beach. If I can, it's not. I try to reference summer rental as much as possible.
Yeah,
Looks like the beach in the beach just not.
sure
No, I
does.
agree. I agree.
Looks
I know
like
what you're
the
talking
beach
about.
in summer rental. John Candy steps on the sunscreen. I mean, slow motion montage central.
Yep.
Anonymous lifeguard just threw the red dong in the ocean, and he's diving in after.
I will never not remember Red Dong from now on.
Super 80s podcast friend Red Dong shirts
Red
are now
Dong,
available on our website. It's got the big
Grant, and just to be clear, they are not red shirts.
No,
nope.
That say dong.
Can pick one up.
we're all throwing our red dongs here in the water on this one. We're
Merry Christmas.
oh,
Hashtag
yeah.
Red Dong.
It is a packed beach.
It's a really packed beach.
Yeah. Twirling his red dong.
I don't know much about film, but there's a lot of like tight close-ups on binoculars.
Correct.
And other lifeguard equipment.
Correct. Yeah.
But like besides a swimsuit, binoculars, and a red dog, and the white sunscreen on your nose, like what else do you got?
Lifeguards.
True. Saving lives. Now we finally see Baywatch.
We always got to talk about how are they presenting the name of the show. Ryan, how would you describe this?
Well, it looks like the font.
WWE font.
I was just going to say it looks like Hulkamania, like the Hulkamania
that's
font.
Where
yeah, it's the same color scheme, right? It's orange to yellow. And
it's like just jagged letters, sort of.
Yes, yeah. And it just popped up. It didn't come zooming in or come from the side or anything like it. It just appeared, which I found kind of strange.
Yeah, I think you nailed it.
Yeah.
All right. Truck, helicopter,
Yep.
boat, bikini. Love it.
Yep.
Hold on.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Like a bald 40-year-old?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
No wonder this show got canceled. Back it up just
Jim
a sec.
Walsh.
It looks like James Eckhouse from 90210, and he just got waxed, and now he's a lifeguard. Hold on. Look at this guy.
He looks like an 80s porn star. He doesn't look like this guy.
He's got a mini orange dong
Yeah.
and his little red shorts. And look at yeah, he looks like it.
So they're basically we're age shaming a lifeguard here because he is probably 10 years younger than us.
Yeah.
But he does have a slight bald spot.
Yes. Yeah.
Which we may also all have.
Yeah.
So
True.
But in 1989, when you were 35, you looked like you were 55, right?
Yes.
perhaps.
All right.
Got damn good form jumping in the water. Though.
Speaking of good form. Hold on. This beach feels like a typhoid zone.
Yeah.
There's
Now,
so many-
so Hasselhoff was in the 89 version. I didn't realize that.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow. Good for him.
And they keep the color scheme of the font, but then they go to a Helvetica, I would say it appears to be. It
Yeah.
reminds me, do you guys remember on Microsoft Word when you could do like the bold letters with the funny colors, say circa 98? You could like write your name and it would look all funky.
Like hypercolored.
Yeah, a bit. It reminds me of that.
So Hasselhoff is how many years removed from Knight Rider here? 2, 3?
It depends upon when it got canceled. But yeah, Knight Rider was mid-'80s, I'd say.
Yeah. So interesting step for him.
Yeah, it looks
They're
great.
probably like, he's reading the scripts and he's like, no shirt? No shirt ever? I'm on. I'm in.
Owns it.
Yeah, he is. Mick Jagger? That's Mick Jagger.
Parker Stevenson.
That is Mick Jagger.
Look at him. He's singing right now. He's got his pouty face on.
Yeah, he does. Oh, my God. Wow.
There we go. Okay, pause here. Sean Weatherly.
Yeah, never heard of her.
Nope, she doesn't look familiar.
No. Look at this guy.
She's
in the
wearing a
background.
one piece, not a bikini. Yeah, he's totally creeping on her.
Yeah, he
There's-
is.
So there's
With a mustache.
there's Randy in the background.
That looks like Randy.
Peeking at Sean Weatherly. She's running, and he's just taking a look at her hinder.
Mm-hmm.
She's also got a red dog. Billy Warlock. All right, Erica Elaniak.
She looks like a familiar lady. That name isn't familiar, but I recognize her.
And for those of you who, even if you know nothing about Baywatch like me, you are well aware of the red swimsuits. So,
Right.
all the female lifeguards are wearing one pieces, not bikinis at this point.
Did they wear bikinis ever?
I don't know.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I don't think lifeguards can get away with that.
That's probably
I mean,
accurate. And then all the male lifeguards are wearing just like short
Yeah,
red.
like Tom Selleck,
Yep.
Peter Phelps,
There's a kid.
Brandon. Oh, you got a kid involved, huh? Oh yeah, Hasselhoff.
Hasselhoff and Jagger.
There's no way that's not Mick Jagger.
It's not Mick Jagger.
Fun fact, Erica Eleniak made her film debut in E.T. in 1982.
Wow. Huh.
I
don't remember that.
Welcome
Also,
to the podcast,
she's-
Erica Eleniak.
She's an American-Canadian actress. She was a Playboy Playmate,
Oh.
and she's of Ukrainian descent.
All right. Well,
Interesting.
listeners, do some Googling.
Her Ukrainian friends? There you go. Well done.
Most of the ocean stuff seems to be at when the sun's about to go down.
I
It's
agree.
like-
There's a glare, intentional
yeah,
glare. Right?
Yeah, a little later in the evening. Well, that was round one. We got a vote. And this
Do we want to vote now or wait?
Maybe
think
I'd like
we've-
to do them both together, but I kind of want to do it while it's fresh in my mind, and in my opinion, is not tainted by the other song.
because we don't know the song, we're going to forget it if we don't vote. I will.
Yeah, it's true.
I think I'm going to go first
Okay.
just because I think I kind of played my hand and you guys have not at all played your
Okay,
hands.
yeah.
I am a sucker for 80s music. I'm a sucker for everything about this. If this was a full-length song, it would be on a playlist of mine. It's bad, but it's good bad. The chorus is catchy. It's
Do
got
you
a lot
have
of hooks.
any other, just question, do you have any other Peter Cetera songs in your playlists? Any playlists?
No.
That's a shame.
Welcome to the playlist, Peter Cetera, bearded Oak Ridge boy bass, and Bonnie Raitt.
It's a weird combo.
It is a weird combo, but I'm giving this a I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Well, I'll go next. I want to like it, but I don't like it. It's I like the instrumentality of it, and oddly enough, for someone who kind of likes Peter Cetera, I think he ruins it. I think he ruins
Cajun
it.
accent.
I think he ruins the damn song, so I'm giving it a Michelle.
You're in big trouble, mister.
Well, we like building a little drama on the pod.
Yeah.
And Pete, you're the deciding vote. Would you
I
like
know.
to riff a little bit before you cast your vote?
Well, I think it is a bit cheesy, but the whole show was pretty cheesy. And I think it fits, and I think it's a good song.
I'll be back.
All right. Welcome to the Wall of Fame.
Yeah.
Save Me. Peter Cetera, Bonnie Raitt, and Oak Ridge Boys bass singer.
Think of how damn proud Cetera is going to be up on that wall of fame.
When he listens to our podcast. Peter Cetera, if you're listening,
I would love to have you on.
we'd
this
love to have you on the
Singer of
podcast.
Chicago.
Yes.
Hey,
You
Oak Ridge
you
Boys.
finally made it.
Looks like we made it.
Oh,
You're still the one. That's a good tune. That gets a thumbs up, doesn't it?
you're the meaning in my life.
You're the inspiration.
Boys, we got another song.
All right, this Alpha Claus is just warming my soul.
Cetera Claus.
What a Christmas special we've got here.
So far, so good.
All right, well, I don't need to make any announcements. If
let's-
you've been listening this long, you know what's next. We're about to dive into what became Engineer Pete.
Jimmy Jameson, who also sang for Survivor 3 separate times.
So of the 200, how many episodes?
241.
This was the theme song we can assume for 220.
Right.
I would
Ish.
guess so.
Over 200.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the one, listeners, that if you're
Actually, no, I take that back. Sorry, they did have a different theme song, but for Hawaii.
Okay.
But that was well into the 2000s, or that was not well into. That was in the 2000s. So
Yeah.
since we're in 80s, we're just leaving that out.
But this is the iconic Baywatch song.
Yes.
Right.
All right.
Okay, let's
I'm
go.
excited to hear it.
They keep that part. See, I like they build the drama. Do. And then they have the little,
Very Phil Collins.
yeah.
Right.
flutter the piano in there.
I've referenced the Phil Collins Tarzan soundtrack before.
Yes.
I'm referencing it again.
Yeah, I mean, it's right there.
And there's a little Rick Wakeman-like piano.
Yeah. Yep.
So this is Yes meets 80s Phil Collins so far.
Yeah.
We're like 9 seconds in.
Yeah.
All right.
It's perfect. Oh, yeah. All right.
Is this the same song?
No.
Oh.
No, he's
No.
afraid. He's afraid to step into the light. Not great if you work at a beach, but
It has, and again, I maybe I do know the song. It does have a similar vibe to the previous one.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
It's not night and day.
And what I guess I'm disappointed in myself. I mean, I know the song. Now that I hear it, how did I never know that was not the guy from Survivor singing this song? Like, he's got such a recognizable voice, in my opinion.
Yeah, like if I think particularly of like Burning Heart.
Yes.
You can hear that.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it's instantly recognizable, at least to my ear.
Yeah.
So you want the lyrics on this?
Always.
Some people stand in the darkness, afraid to step into the light.
That reminds me of
sorry.
it's got a little bit of that Perfect Strangers vibe.
All right.
Roll it.
Some people need to have somebody when the edge of surrender's inside.
Yeah.
Wakeman's doing some nice. We got to find out who's playing piano on
Yeah,
this.
this is
John
good.
Tesh, Rick Wakeman.
Yeah. Some people need to help somebody when the edge of surrender's in sight.
Wait, just take it from the top.
Some people stand in the darkness,
Okay.
afraid to step into the light.
Yeah.
Some people need to help somebody
Okay.
when the edge of surrender's in sight.
Okay, so we got two different groups of people.
That's
Some
right.
people.
That's right. And he's gonna bring it full circle now, and he's gonna tell you why.
All right.
Don't you worry,
No?
it's gonna be alright.
Yeah.
This piano player
fluttering.
He's having a good time.
Oh yeah.
Right, just peppering this thing. Just put little. He's like Emerald Lagasse putting some bam on this. It's great. It's like it's not like the bass player on the Dallas theme, who's
No.
just it's tasteful, but high in the mix.
Yep. And it appears that he was given no direction as to when to put the piano in.
Yeah.
Just
Feel
when
it.
when it feels right.
Yeah,
And he's found the right spots.
and it seemed like we had some real uplifting lyrics. It could be like on a accessory in our offices. What did it say?
Don't you worry. It's going to be all right. Because I'm always ready. I won't let you out of my sight.
Yeah, that's real swell.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of inspirational pillow talk you want from your lifeguards.
When they wrap you up in a
A red dong.
tinfoil blanket with their red dong and bring you back to their apartment.
All I know, sir, was I was at the beach and then I woke up and I was wrapped up and I had a red dong wrapped around me and
That's exactly how it happened. All right, keep that red dong rolling.
Always ready, I won't let you out of my sight.
I hear a little Bruce Hornsby style.
Thank
in that.
yes, well done.
Yes.
Sorry, I've been thinking it for like the last half a minute. Like
The flutteriness
Yes.
of the
I was trying to come
of
up with
the
Hornsby's
ivory.
name. Sorry.
And I was thinking like it's not Elton John, but I was thinking like I'm still standing type Elton John, but you're
Yeah.
right. That's freaking Bruce Hornsby.
It's Hornsby sounding. I have not.
Yeah.
I don't think it's actually Hornsby.
For the record, let's just say it's Bruce Hornsby.
I'm confident that it is.
The guy from Survivor.
Bruce Hornsby.
Bruce Hornsby.
And oddly enough, the Oak Ridge Boy is back.
Yeah, he was just sitting.
He didn't sing or play anything, but
He
he's
actually
there.
never left the studio. He was there for
Elvira.
He's there for years, just in the corner.
So Hornsby's ripping it up. All right, let's keep it going. Yeah, gospel-y-ish choir.
Yes. Yes.
100%.
Now,
I'll be there.
are you
I'll be there.
are you still sure you've never heard this song?
I think it's familiar, but not crazy familiar. So I take it back. I'm sure I've heard this.
You had to have walked into a room when
Yes.
somebody was watching
Yeah,
Baywatch.
like that's what I mean. Like I
Yeah, we all lived in dormitories in the 90s.
yeah.
This stuff was blaring all over the place.
Yeah.
Oh, don't you fear. I'll be ready forever and always.
So you just he's riffing with the "I'll be there" thing.
Oh yeah. I mean, it sounds like the kind of I don't know how you want to say it, like the kind of thing that you would write on your wedding and you would say out loud to your spouse, like your nuptials.
Pretend you're standing at the
Your
altar. What do you
nuptials.
got?
I'll be ready. I'll be ready. Never you fear. No.
Wait, listen, I'm going to do it again. You read it to me, and then I'll read. Like you're the priest, and I'll read it. Okay, here we go.
I'll be ready.
I'll be ready.
I'll be ready.
I'll be ready.
Never you fear.
Never you fear.
No, don't you fear.
No, don't you fear.
I'll be ready.
I'll be ready.
Forever and always.
Always.
I'm always here.
I'm always here.
That's exactly how it would
This is
be.
vows for a stalker.
Exactly. Exactly.
And Hornsby just can't stop.
No.
He's been taking the booger sugar. He's
Yep.
had 9 nose beers, and he just
He
Yeah.
only
Oh,
knows
there's-
one way to
there's,
play.
There's still 1 minute left too, so just saddle, buckle up.
I'm always here.
Oh yeah.
What's the Hornsby song that was the hit?
That's just the way it is.
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah.
say, I guess that's why they call it the
I-
blues. That's also Elton.
Kept getting the Tupac version in my head.
Yes. But it also includes the Tupac version. It still has the piano in it, I think.
Well, yeah, he sampled it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, keep it coming. If
Use
this
the
song's
refrain.
got another...
If this isn't Hornsby, I'd be shocked.
Very derivative if it's not.
Yeah.
Jeez, settle
Amazing
down.
playing. I mean,
It's really good.
I'm always ready. I won't let you out of my sight.
I like how he gives us that little out of my
Yeah.
sight.
Yeah.
Is this the same? No, I know Survivor had a bit of a rotating door. Was this the guy who sang "Eye of the Tiger"?
I think
No.
it's
No,
not.
okay.
No.
I know they had a handful of singers.
Okay.
That was Mark something, I think.
Oh. But this is
He wore
the
a Kangol hat.
this is the Rocky IV Survivor.
Burning Heart.
Yeah, Burning Heart, and they had a couple other ones on there that I can't think of right now.
That was a long ass piano interlude. It was great.
Correct.
Like the guy's obviously insanely talented,
Right.
but it was really long.
But similar to the first song that had a guitar
You're
solo in
right.
it, like this is a long intro.
All right, let's wrap it up. There's Bonnie, just a little slide guitar.
I'll be ready. Oh, don't you fear.
And those
Pause it for 1
drums.
sec. Yes. I think they call that gated reverb.
Is that what it is
I
to give you the
think.
echo?
Yep.
Yeah.
And again, Phil Collins
Right.
and Bruce Hornsby. The gospel like "I'll Be There" is relatively effective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forever and always, I'm always here.
Oh yeah.
There's that.
Yeah. Ends it on a sort of like the warning. I like that.
Wow. All right. "I'll Be There," I'm assuming is the name of the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, let's watch this thing. Let's dive in. Baywatch #2. I didn't know we were getting 2 songs tonight, and I think it's fantastic. This is fun.
I think this one is more swimsuit focused.
Yes. That's good news. Less ocean shots. There's the same.
Yeah. Same ocean.
I do remember seeing this. So, if listeners, it's like a sepia toned background, so like
Yes.
a tannish orange, and then Baywatch in like aqua blue.
But different from the first one where the Hulkamania just came in. This comes right away, and it comes
Scrolling.
which you don't often see.
And it's classy looking.
I kind of like it.
Yep.
Seagulls.
So the beach was the opposite of last.
Correct.
There's nobody on the
Nobody
beach.
there.
All right.
Dead beach.
Afraid to step into the light. Some people need to have some.
Oh, my. This is nice.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got some good eye candy there.
Yeah. It's just swimsuit after swimsuit.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. They weren't being bashful about it.
This is how you rope people into a first-run syndication show.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right? You get Survivor to sing the song.
Yep.
You get Bruce Hornsby to play the keys. And you get a bunch of lady in swimsuits.
Yeah. For the win.
And a cigarette boat. Where's Hassel? Wait. I think that was the same old guy.
Come on.
I think that was the same old guy, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He's back. James Eckhouse, freshly waxed. So we see you.
Why does he have to be waxed? Because Echoes had a hairy back or something?
Yes, he's a hairy.
That's how John likes him.
He was a Mediterranean looking man.
Yes. What are we talking about?
Sorry, I threw you off.
no
I threw you off with
idea.
an Echoes
Oh, there's
question.
crew boats. Like it looked like people for rowing practice.
Yes, correct.
Where are we? In San Diego?
LA.
LA.
Yeah.
Coast Guard.
Yep. Coast Guard.
Lifeguards. Whoa, there's
There's
that's
your
stock
busy
footage
beach.
from season 1.
Totally.
There's that yellow truck coming up Busy Beach.
Yep, exactly.
That's the name of the beach in the show.
There's Hasselhoff. Oh,
Hasselhoff in his
that's
sailor's
one
outfit.
hell of a commanding sailor suit right there, isn't it?
I mean, at a bachelorette party.
Yeah, I mean, no one ever looked so damn proud to be wearing their Coast Guard or lifeguard shirt.
So damn
commander
ready to
shirt.
whip it off.
Oh, yeah. I mean, no one... Hasselhoff is the kind of guy that in every role that he has played looks like a stripper.
Yep.
Like a male stripper, like...
He's like, I've got my red dong and then my, whatever he calls his dong. Listeners.
My hamburger.
Oh, boy.
There's the Hoff. Oh, yeah, so there's
There's Eggert.
Nicole Eggert. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, thumbs up.
Yep.
Hornsby.
Yeah, he's just tickling away.
So throughout that whole piano interlude, there was literally just they were showing a boat
Yeah.
and some dudes running.
Yeah, that's it.
So they're appealing to everybody here, right?
Oh, for sure.
It's if sex sells, they're giving everybody
Equal
a
opportunity.
little bit of
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
All right, so what lady we got here?
That's Pam Anderson.
Is that Pam? Oh, yeah.
Yep. Oh, Pamela Denise
Anderson. Wow. Didn't know that.
Obviously a legend, right?
Sure.
For guys our age, she
Yeah.
was
Yeah, she was top of the line.
She was top of the line.
Yep.
All right. Oh!
Got another kid here. Jeremy. Oh, Surfer. I don't remember seeing Surfer from last time. Kelly Slater?
Kind of looks familiar.
Yeah.
So we're kind of going through the actors and not really paying attention as much this time, but there was a
Yeah.
kid.
A kid, some kind of teenage, young adult
Yeah.
kind of guy here.
All right.
Here's the Mrs. Garrett of the...
I was about to say, and it's horrible to say she's older because she's probably like 30.
Right.
Right. She's
Yeah.
not old, but
Right.
she obviously is not
She's the
Nicole
mother hen.
Eggert or Pamela
Right,
Anderson.
she's the mother hen, though. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's the mother hen for sure.
Now, you had mentioned Yasmin Bleeth. She must not have been on the show yet.
Not quite yet.
Maybe
She might have been a later ad.
they were like, let's get rid of Miss Garrett and throw in another knockout.
Well, I believe there was a love interest of Hasselhoff on the show who was more age appropriate.
Yeah.
All right.
They had at least some quasi moral standards on this show that they weren't going to throw
gonna
him.
have him
They weren't
date
going to throw all the
someone half
young
his age,
ladies
That's fair.
to the wolves. Wolf. Yeah.
And then we talk about how they show the font. It ends with it scrolling again, and then it kind of fades out.
Yeah.
So we see that Baywatch scroll one more
It
time.
reminds you. Yep.
Wow. Holy Baywatch.
Yeah.
The Super 80s Podcast Friend Holiday Special has
Wow.
been a doozy. Guys, we're at 55 minutes.
We better vote fast.
We better
Yeah.
vote fast and wrap it up because we want you all to be able to stay up for New Year's.
Exactly.
All right. If you are new to the show, well, we've already voted once, but we vote on these things. The first Baywatch made the Wall of Fame with 2 I'll Be Backs. Ryan gave it a thumbs down. Maybe we'll ask him to revisit that vote next episode.
Yeah, you can.
So we're going to vote again, and then we're going to wrap it up until next time. So, Ryan.
I'm giving it a thumbs up. I think it's a great song. I love it.
I'll be back.
I wouldn't say I loved it, but I would say that the piano saved it.
Hornsby to the rescue.
Conky.
Old Hornsby to the rescue.
Conky.
I'll be back.
I found the piano mildly distracting. I mean, the person was a shredder, but it was almost too much.
You think it was overdone?
But I'm a sucker for this type of song. I've mentioned this many times, and ultimately it's a hooky little tune. Do I remember this song? I don't think so, but I'm giving it a thumbs up.
I'll be back.
All right.
Wow, a unanimous.
Wowza.
So Baywatch, both theme songs make our Wall of Fame, and one of them is a grand slam.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
And I would say the worst of the two.
Yeah, the first song was
Probably.
better.
I don't know.
I mean, obviously we know. We voted on it, so.
We're at 57 minutes. We don't want to go over that hour mark.
Nope.
Nobody wants us over an hour.
Goodbye.
No.
Oh, sorry. I said too soon.
Turn into
So,
pumpkins.
hey, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year from your pals here at the Super 80s Podcast Friend. We hope you had a great holiday. Until next week, I'm John.
I'm right.
And I'm Peter.
And we are the Super 80s Podcast Friend. We'll see you next year.